Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We're ready to go here for a game doubleheader between the Williston Keybirds and your post 22 Hardhats as the managers both meet up in the middle with the umpires before getting this game going. After the Veterans Classic just happened, the post 22 Hardhats fell short 6-2 final on Sunday against Sheridan for Sheridan to hoist and win the 6th annual Veterans Classic tournament held here in Rapid City, South Dakota. So as we get closer, ready to go, we'll send it to the PA. We'll hear what he has and for the starting lineups and all the stuff. Hot day here in Rapid City, about 90 degrees. It's been like this all day. So hopefully both teams can keep cool here throughout this game, as it's a little hot here in the box. We got the window wide open, trying to get this all cooled down here quickly. But we'll go here through the weather. It's supposed to be hot through game 2 of the doubleheader as well. And that doubleheader is set to be placed at 7 o'clock. And that game will, of course, be broadcasted here on Hardhats TV. Currently 93 degrees outside with a humidity of 13% and the wind 4 miles per hour, so barely no wind here. So in upcoming games, the post 22 Hardhats will go to Pueblo, Colorado on Thursday and play in that tournament. So those are the next upcoming games for post 22. So both of the coaches, as they will come off, handshakes from the umpires, and we're ready to go here for this doubleheader between the Williston Keybirds and the post 22 Hardhats.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the fifth at beautiful Black Hills Central Hospital Ballpark and game here for tonight's doubleheader between the visitors on the scoreboard, the Keybirds of Williston, North Dakota, and the hometown team, the Post 22 Hardhats. We're going to set the opening lines for you. For Williston tonight, the value order leading off number 3 center fielder James Collins. Batting second, number 2 the shortstop Jackson Scott. Batting third, number 1 left fielder Matt Sweeney. Batting fourth, the designated hitter Eden Mortensen. Batting fifth, the catcher number 11 Colin Christian. Batting sixth, the third baseman number 5 Ashton Whitlock. Batting seventh, right fielder number 8 Barrett Silver. Batting eighth, number 20, Calvin DeLorme, the second baseman. And batting ninth, the first baseman, number 15, Connor Ecklat. The defensive line for the Hardhats tonight, around the horn in the infield, at third base, number 10, David Roberts. At shortstop, number 12, Austin Inhofer. At second base, number 18, Wyatt Reeder. And at first base, number 22, Jason Morgan. Behind the plate for game number 1, number 21, Josh Elder. And outfield from left to right, in left field number 27, Aiden Fowl. In center field, number 19, Laura Steeper. And in right field, number 23, Carter Johnson. On the mound tonight for the Hardhats, number 30, Junior
So with the lineup announced there from the Williston Keybirds and the Post 22 Hardhats, Gina Moreno back in with his first game since throwing the no-hitter on Thursday, the game one of the Veterans Classic against Huron. And we're ready to go here for the first pitch. The righty delivers, and this one just inside for a ball for the leadoff hitter for Williston, Chase Collins, the center fielder. So with an 0-1 pitch count, Moreno's next one in for a strike. So that one evens it up 1-1 with the second pitch given. Moreno who gets set here. Josh Elder behind the home plate tonight. Next pitch comes. Collins gets a piece of it. Fouls, tips it back. And that will go for a strike 2. 1-2 count on deck here for Williston. The shortstop, number 2, Jackson Janot. So that's who is coming up next for Williston. 1-2 pitch comes from Moreno. Swings and misses for a strikeout first. The first out here of the inning. And that's another strikeout there for Jaden Moreno. As we'll go here through his numbers. Moreno entering this game, 26.2 innings pitched, has a 5-win, 0-loss record with a 1.050 ERA and a .900 whip. We'll get through his other numbers here later. First pitch gets a piece of the back end there of Janot, the shortstop. So a hit by pitch, and the first man here on the board for Williston. And now Max Heen, the left fielder, who comes into play. And Jaden Moreno, who has struck out now 30 batters. He is the third player here for the Hardhats this season to have 30 strikeouts, and he has only walked 7 batters. He has 17 hits against and 4 runs. So with Janot getting a hit by pitch, he'll be on first base. This pulls up Heen, the left fielder for Williston. Moreno takes a short look on first base with Chase Morgan playing on there today. Next pitch comes in. This one just a little up high for ball 1. And Elder, who did not get to play in the Sunday championship game, as it was Brody Thompson with the pitching partner of Colton Morlang, as that's what the pitcher and catcher looked like for the starting game on Sunday in the pickoff attempt on first base. Morgan's tag just not in time. A new thing we're trying to test out here is a little bit of the camera change, so I'll try my best to swap back and forth. 1-0 pitch count here waits. Moreno, runner still on first. And the righty delivers. This one again just a little high and outside for ball 2. So Elder will give the throw back. Only one down following the leadoff hitter in Collins, who struck out, giving the 30th of the year for Jaden Moreno. The 2-0 pitch comes. Swings and misses for strike 1 of the count. So he'll get his first one. And Heen, who just takes a quick look there on the third base coach to give him the sign. So he will get it. Runner back on first. Moreno, the pitch comes. This one just a little high. That will go for ball 3. So with the count at 3-1, Moreno grips the ball here with both hands, puts the glove back onto his left hand for the right-handed pitcher. And pickoff attempt on first. And Morgan got the tag, but the runner in Janot slides back in time. So 3 balls, 1 strike. Heen steps back into the right-handed batter's box. Left-handed, excuse me. Next pitch comes, and that one just up high for ball 4. So that puts the walk there. First one allowed on the day for Jaden Moreno. So now that puts Janot on second and Heen on first, as that is Moreno's 8th walk on the year. And now we have the designated hitter, Eden Mortensen, as he will come in. And he's ready, Moreno, with that dangling right arm. We hear the call from Elder, as he will get it. Elder, Moreno, the pitch comes. That one will go for ball 1. So we started a 1-0 count like we did last at-bat. Moreno again waits the call from Elder. He will get it. Moreno straight-legged on the mound, ready here for his next offering. Anhofer backs off on second. This one has popped up. Morgan tries to give chase. This one will just go foul, hits the top of the roof here. And that will go for strike 1 with a 1-1 count now. We'll switch here to the other camera angle. Again, just trying to test this out here a little bit as we get used to this adjustment here in the box. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 down. Runners on first and second. Morgan trying to get off to pick off on first. That gets behind him. They're going to send runners here. Janot rounding off third. He's going to come in to score, and the runner will go to third. So Williston will get a score here on the board, and that is just an error there for the Hardhats. That puts a runner on third, and Williston takes the early lead here in the first inning. And Moreno just tried to throw the pickoff back onto first base, and then Morgan just a little bit to the left of it. The throw went off to the right, back all the way towards the dugout for Williston. So we go to a 1-1 pitch count still. Moreno who gets ready and takes a high pop up here. Morgan trying to give chase towards this. And Morgan again can't reach under that one. So that will go for another foul ball. The count goes to 1-2. We'll switch back here to the top of the camera angle. You can see the runner on third. Dawson and Hofer playing shortstop today. 1-2 count comes. The offering just a little low. We'll go for ball 2. And if you couldn't hear the lineup there around the horn, Roberts on third, Inhofer on shortstop, Rader on second, and Morgan on first. That's what the infield looks like for the Hardhats here in game 1 of the doubleheader. Next pitch from Moreno, just a little high and inside for ball 3. So we go to full count here in the top of the first inning. A 1-0 lead for Williston early in the first inning, following an error from the Hardhats, which brought in a runner from second. And this one ducking out of the way for ball 4. So puts runners on the corners with just 1 away. As Mortensen there just gets walked. So that's back-to-back walks there allowed for Moreno. Now this is Colin McHouston, the catcher, up here for Williston. Moreno, the right-hander, gets ready. Morgan again ready in that ready position. The next pitch just a little inside near the knees. That will go for ball 1 of the count. And similarities between Dexter Steen and Jace Morgan on first base. They both catch with their right hand. As you can say, that might give them a little advantage there as they kind of a little bit closer to that runner on first. So if they do try to get that pickoff attempt, they get the tag there. So the next pitch just goes right down the middle for a strike. And McHouston will let that one go right through. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 down here in the top of the first inning. No hit still on the board in the pickoff attempt. Morgan, that one almost got a little bit by him. He had to go down to his knees, stretch out, make the catch. But no runners advance. So the count will stay at 1 ball, 1 strike. Runners still remain on the corners for Williston. Moreno who gets ready here. Left-handed batter, the catcher. Runner takes off to second. This one into shallow left field, and McLeod will let it bounce, and a runner comes in to score. So an RBI single for McHouston makes this game 2-0 early on here for Williston. And that was Max Heen who came in to score off of third base. And that one just hit into shallow left field. McLeod, who couldn't get under there in time, he let it just bounce near the feet. So Moreno, who gets set here, still 1 out, 2 more to go to put the top of the first inning away here. So runners on first and second. And now this will pull up the third baseman, Ashton Nikoloff. Moreno look back on second. First pitch of this at-bat goes right through the middle for a strike. So 0-1 count with 1 down. Moreno, who gets set, dangles the right arm. Nikoloff, right-handed batter, set ready here for the next pitch. Looking, was Moreno just got a piece of the foul tip, catches the mask off of Elder, and he appears to be all right, maybe just a quick rattle. So umpire will throw a new ball here for Moreno. No balls, 2 strikes. Runners on first and second for Williston. Moreno, the righty, right back on the mound, gets the okay here from the umpire. So the first hit came off the bat from McHouston, who got the RBI single. So he's on first base there just following that last at-bat. Moreno, next pitch comes, curve gets hit. This one into left field. McLeod is under it, makes the fly out to throw to second. Reeder didn't get the tag in time. So just a fly out there to left field puts the second out here of the first inning. So that's back-to-back hits going towards Kane McLeod in left field. And now the next hitter here for Williston, right fielder Garrett Solberg, just the 7th hitter in the lineup for Williston. So runners still remain on first and second. Moreno, he gets ready for the next pitch. Inhofer backs off on second. And the first one right down the middle for strike one. Maybe Solberg here testing out Moreno. We've seen a few at-bats here. They let the first pitch go through down the middle with no swing. So Moreno takes a look back on first. Morgan, who lands off the base. Inhofer backs off on second as well. And that one just clips the elbow of the base runner. So that's the second hit by pitcher of the first inning by Jaden Moreno. And this will put the bases loaded for Williston, as it was just the second hitter in Jackson Janot who got hit by pitch. And he came in to score for the first run of the game. So that puts a runner and Solberg on first, bases loaded. This puts second baseman Callan DeLorme up here to bat. Now Moreno gets ready, lifts the left leg, pitch comes. This one down the middle again for strike one. And that's a few at-bats. As I mentioned, the last at-bat, to let that first one kind of go through. No swing, let it go for a strike, and they pry on the next one. Next one comes, gets a piece of it, hits the netting, as this count will go 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases loaded with a 2-0 lead for Williston here in the top of the first inning. Moreno, who gets ready, off the mound. This one just a little bit on that outside top corner for ball one. First one here of the at-bat. And all runners, again, will take that lead off the base. Moreno's next pitch comes. Dropper and a swing and a miss for strike 3. So the second strikeout there for Jaden Moreno, but it came in off an error. Jackson Janot, who was on second base trying to get the pickoff throw to first, escaped out of the hand there of Jace Morgan on first base. They got a runner in to score from second, which advanced a runner as well to third. And then it was an RBI single from Colin McCuiston. And then it was followed by a hit by pitch by Garrett Solberg. But 2 strikeouts there for Jaden Moreno, who looks to improve there off that. So we go to the bottom of the first. And the leadoff man here for the Hardhats will be Aiden Roberts, followed by center fielder Lars Kiefer and Wyatt Reeder. So we'll take a short break, and we'll be right back for bottom of the first inning between the Hardhats and the Keybirds. All right, we're back and ready to go here for bottom of the first inning after Williston, who comes up top here 2-0 after the first, as they only got 1 hit on the board, following by 1 error there for the Hardhats. And entering this game, they had 54 errors, so adding to that for the 55th error of the year. But the team batting average here for the Hardhats sits at a .320. And you look at Aiden Roberts, who sits second on the team in batting average with a .394, with slugging at a .621, and with an on-base percentage of a .544. And the starting pitcher here for Williston today, number 23, Justin Ergens, the right-handed pitcher. So we see starters throwing with the right for both teams in Moreno and Ergens. So he'll get his final warm-up throws in. And behind the plate for Williston, the catcher in Colin McCuiston. So as they get set and ready to go, Roberts patiently awaits here for his first at-bat of the game. And he had an impressive Veterans Classic as well. And Lars Kiefer, who's on deck, he did not get to hit back on Sunday in the championship game, as he did come in a pinch run. So we'll see this time what he can do. So we're ready to go. Aiden Roberts checks in the box, be ready to set for the bottom of the first inning. And Justin Ergens, the righty, for his first pitch. And it comes. And this one will go through the middle, but it will go for a ball one, counted there from home plate umpire. So first pitch goes for a ball. Ergens, who gets set, hands up by the face. Next pitch, this one just down low to the turf for ball 2. And you can see all those black beads from the turf come off of the final play. And that turf probably being really hot today with all those black beads being 90-plus degrees outside. Next pitch goes in for a strike for the first one here of Roberts' first at-bat of the game. Ergens gets the ball back from his catcher. And he shakes off the call there. He gets the next one. Ergens lifts the leg. Pitch comes. Roberts gets a swing on this one through the middle gap. And that's going to be a base hit. Leadoff hitter, and Roberts gets a single. And Roberts adds for his 18th of the year. And the Hardhats get a runner on first. This pulls up Lars Kiefer. And Kiefer hitting at .319 this season, slugging at a .458. And he has an on-base percentage of a .462. So that's what Lars Kiefer season looks like. With Roberts hitting that one right between second base and shortstop and rolling on into center field. So he leads off at first. We'll take a look if he's going to take off. He leads the team in stolen bases, and they say maybe they saw how much stolen bases he has at 22 as they throw back to first on a pickoff attempt. We'll get an angle look here on Lars Kiefer waiting for his first pitch of his at-bat. Roberts on first. Ergens next pitch. Kiefer gets a swing on it. This one will just foul off here to the right side towards Williston's bullpen. So foul ball puts here for an 0-1 count. Kiefer checks back into the box, ready for the next one. Roberts takes his good lead off of first. You see on that right side of your screen. 0-1 pitch count here from Ergens. The righty looking in the corner of his eye on first. Here comes the pitch. This one just a little outside, as that will go for ball one. And Roberts with Coach Ewing there to the side of him, giving him maybe a sign here to steal. 1-1 count. No outs here in the bottom of the first. Just the second hitter for the Hardhats. Ergens looks back to Roberts as he stutter stepping on first as Ergens, who stepped off the mound. So Roberts has to return there back to first. So still a 1-1 count. Ergens again, stare down on first to Roberts. Arms swaying left to right. Here comes the next pitch. Kiefer lets that one go for a strike. The throw to first not in time. Roberts, who got back in time, but that will go in for a strike two off of Kiefer. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. So he gets set here, ready for his next one. Ergens again, another hard look on Roberts on first. Gets his good lead off. And Roberts will take off. This one just a little outside, and he has time to spare. He gets a stolen base, add it for his 23rd of the year. And that last pitch just goes in for ball 2. As catcher and McCushton pointing out some things there. We'll see if anything will change. And Roberts gets the lead off a second baseman for Williston and Delorme as he's inching closer, backing up there on a second. We'll see if Roberts doesn't have to go back. He's going to lead off, takes a step. Pitch comes 2-2. Kiefer gets contact. This one is going to just go foul on the right side. A little hard to see. There's some curtains here to the box next to us are closed, so I might have to peek out the window like Ace Ventura style when he's driving the car. So 2 balls, 2 strikes count. So they throw that foul ball towards the bullpen of the Hardhats. Roberts following his stolen base on second. 2 balls, 2 strikes for Kiefer, no outs. And again, they're playing the teasing game. Second baseman going back and forth to second. We have a quick timeout here, I believe, by Kiefer, who takes a step here out of the box. So with a 2-2 count, Kiefer checks back in following his timeout, pats the chest. He's set, ready to go. 2-2 again waits. It's been a long at-bat here with the pickoff attempts on first. And now Ergens again looks back on second. Pitch comes to Kiefer. This one down the turf for ball 3. And full count for Kiefer. So Ergens gets the ball back from his catcher as they wait to see here what the next pitch will be. No outs. Roberts gets a good leadoff on second. That second baseman still going back and forth. Ergens' next pitch, swung on by Kiefer. This one right to the shortstop. Plays the ground play. The lob over to first is in time for the first out. And shortstop and Jackson Janot makes that throw over to his first baseman and Connor Ekblad. So Kiefer just grounds to short as this pulls up Wyatt Rader, who was the story of the game against Grand Junction on Saturday night. Hitting a home run, he went 4 for 4 in that game. He went up to the 6-6 point before having those 6 hits in a row come to an end. But he is on a good hitting streak here. So Roberts still on second base. That second baseman not playing tees anymore with him. Reeder hits this one, as that one just goes foul here on that first baseline. So a new ball here will be given to Ergens. And that black net just in front of here from the camera angle here from the box. You see with Reeder, the left-handed batter, with the numbers back towards us with an 0-1 count. And both teams now having one hit apiece. Reeder looking to give here for the second, and a shortstop who goes to the bag. Roberts sees it, slides in safe on the pickoff attempt to second. Probably don't want to test out anything with Roberts with his speed after taking off for first. And they must have seen the stats for him entering this game. Adding to his 18th single of the year, just got his 23rd stolen base of the year. So his season still looking strong for Roberts. 0-1 pitch comes to Reeder. This one down on the turf. And McCuistion makes the chest big there. That one just comes right out in front of him instead of behind him or to the sides. So the count remained 1 ball, 1 strike. Ergens again, who waits. 1-1 for Reeder. Righty delivers. Reeder gets a low swing on this one. Gets through the gap there off of second base. And Roberts will take off going to home. And the throw is not in time. So an RBI single from Wyatt Reeder. And Aiden Roberts, who comes in to score, and the Hardhats cut the 2-0 lead just to 1. Wyatt Reeder adding on to that one. Gets his 31st RBI of the year and his 27th single. So Roberts, who also comes in for the run, as that is his 33rd run of the year. So they all come bullpen, or excuse me, not the bullpen, the dugout, all congratulating Roberts in for the run. So this pulls up Kane McLeod, the left fielder. We look at him hitting at a 301 average, with slugging at 411 and an on-base percentage of a 379. And the team on-base percentage sits at a 448 and slugging at 456. So that's the team's stats there. And this first pitch here, so McLeod's at bat will go right through the middle for a strike. So Reeder, following his single, plants on first base. And we see maybe if he could take off to second, as he's eyeing for his 10th stolen base of the year. So he leads off of first. Next pitch comes in. This one just gets behind. Reeder takes off. He goes to second. So Reeder used that one to advantage on a 1-1 count now. McLeod let that one go through. Just got a little bit of that low area of the catcher and just escaped behind him. So 1-1 count with only 1 out following the ground out from Kiefer. McLeod who awaits. Ergens, the pitch comes. A little bit of that curveball, and they count it as a ball. That was kind of a long hold there as McCuistion, the catcher, was trying to frame that one in for a strike, but home plate umpire yelled ball, giving us what he thought. So with a 2-1 count, again, Ergens takes a look back on second where Reeder is. Now the second baseman again going back and forth. Next pitch comes, swings and misses for strike 2 on McLeod. 2-2, really nothing to worry about here. You're just trailing by 1, but you could get that any time here in the game. So again, Williston's second baseman and Delorme yet again doing shuffles back into his spot and on the bag. Reeder stare down, 2-2 count. This one inside near the shins. Another framing job there from catcher and McCuistion for ball 3. We go to full count here for Kane McLeod. And the man on deck, Jace Morgan, the first baseman. 3-2. Ergens, the pitch comes to McLeod, gets a swing on it right to Delorme on a second, scoops the throw in time to first. So Reeder advances off to third. And that just puts it here for the second out. McLeod who grounds to second. Now Jace Morgan, the first baseman, is up. And Morgan, who has been on a heater as of recently, he had that 5 RBI game against Sturgis just a few weeks back. And Morgan hitting 4th on the team in batting average at a 365, who has a 490 OBP and a 446 slugging. And he climbed up the ladder here for RBIs this season and hits. He sits second on the team in hits at 27. So the 1-0 pitch. Next one comes on a bunt from Morgan right back to Ergens, the pitcher. The throw to first is in time there for the third out here. So that puts it away for the first inning after Reeder, who was able to get an RBI single, which brought Robertson to score to cut that 2-0 lead just to 2-1. And then we saw a ground out following there from Kiefer. And then we saw Kane McLeod ground to second, and then Jace Morgan as he bunts it right back to Ergens, the pitcher, and the throw back to first. So it looks like we have a new pitcher here on the mound for the Hardhats. It's number 17, Declan Mickley. After a little bit of a rough first inning from Jaden Moreno, he had 2 strikeouts. He walked 2 batters. There was an error after the pickoff throw to first. But Declan Mickley, as he comes in, he did have a game 2. He started against Peter in the Veterans Classic. We look at his numbers. He had 9 innings pitched this season, has a 1-win, 0-loss record with a 1.556 ERA and a 100 ERA. He has 9 strikeouts to 3 walks, and he has only allowed 6 hits and 2 runs. So a left-handed pitcher, the first one we will see here possibly today, maybe the only one, as left-handed pitchers, they are very rare to see. So he gets in his warm-up throws for the lefty after Moreno comes out just after 1 inning pitched. So the leadoff man for Williston is going to be number 15, Connor Ekblad, the first baseman. And he hits in the number 9 on the order for Williston. So as they went through 8 back in the first inning. 2 hit-by pitches as well from Moreno. So Mickley, I believe just his 3rd game this year too. He made that incredible first game back from his Tommy John surgery against Casper. And now he is back in action and looking good here on the mound for the Hardhats. So 2-1. We go to the 2nd inning in favor of Williston. Elder gets that right arm worked up. So Ekblad announced up here to the plate, and like every new pitcher, they go up and say their words as they get pump up here. So Roberts on 3rd and Morgan on 1st as they return, and now, of course, Elder back there to the diamond. So Mickley, here we go, the lefty with his first pitch to a right-handed batter. And that can be tricky at times for right-handed batters with a left-handed pitcher, or vice versa, a right-handed batter with a left-handed, or right-handed pitcher with a left-handed batter. And this one popped up on the first pitch of Mickley. In-hole for the shortstop, calls it out, makes the catch. First pitch in here to the second, and 1 down. Pop just from Ekblad as they get this one away back to the top of the order. Chase Collins, who struck out for the first at-bat, looked very solid there to start the game for Moreno. So Mickley will get set, just the 2nd pitch in. First one goes in for a strike. So 0-1 to start here for Collins, the center fielder for the Keybirds. Mickley again, the lefty, gives some heat on this one. This one is struck on. Ground out to Reeder on 2nd. The throw to first and extended off of the bag is Morgan to make the catch. So look at that. 3 pitches in, already with 2 down, as Collins, who grounds to Reeder on 2nd. And this pulls up Jackson Janot, the shortstop, who was hit by pitch. And he got the first run of the game for Williston on the board. So we'll see what he has to offer up here next. Mickley, the hands up high. He gets set here for his next offering. Mickley's first one right down the middle for a strike. So he started all 3 of his at-bats with a strike, with his first one being a pop-up from Ekblad. So 0-1 Mickley again. This one in for a strike 2. Nothing there from Janot. No swing on both pitches offered. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the 2nd. Mickley, the left-handed pitcher, who comes in the 2nd inning, delivers this one. This one is swung on in-hole for giving chase. Doesn't have to do much. Gets the scoop and the throw to Morgan. And a quick inning with Declan Mickley, who comes in to clean things up. And he makes it look Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And now the Hardhats as we go here to the bottom of the second. As it was the pop-up from Ekblad right to Inhofer. And then Collins, who grounded straight to Reeder on second. And then Janot, who grounds to Reeder, or excuse me, Inhofer on shortstop. So that's what happened there for Williston. As we go here through for some MLB scores happening later on today, as it's just 5 o'clock, so a lot of these games are just starting. So Tigers, one of the best teams in the MLB, facing off against the Baltimore Orioles. Tigers had a 1-0 lead early on. Cincinnati Reds taking on the Cleveland Guardians. That score 0-0 in the bottom of the second. Top of the second, we have the Miami Marlins and the Pittsburgh Pirates as 0-0 score. And at the bottom of the first, we have the Chicago Cubs and the Philadelphia Phillies at 0-0 for some upcoming games. My Boston Red Sox take on the Tampa Bay Rays at 5:10, followed by another game at the same time with the Nationals and Mets going on. We'll go here through two more scores. The leadoff hitter, Braves Brewers at 5:40 and Yankees Royals at 5:40. So those are the upcoming games here for the MLB. And now, leadoff hitter here for Post 22, shortstop Dawson Inhofer, as he made some big two plays there to put away for the top of the second, made that inning go by quick. So Inhofer, who gets set entering this game at a 250 average and a 308 on-base percentage. First one he takes for a ball. And he's also slugging here at a 339 average. So Inhofer with some impressive numbers as he was DHing a little bit over the Veterans Classic. And next one goes in for a ball too. And he did come in to pitch a little bit too in the championship game on Sunday against Sheridan. So 2-0. And this one popped up high in the air. Ekblad, the first baseman, tries to give chase. And there's not so much he can do there as that one just goes foul there towards the first base line. And right over the head there of the dugout for not a bad idea to have a slushy here after a hot day. So next pitch comes in. That one goes for a strike two on Inhofer with a 2-2 count. Following that foul ball that just went out of play above the dugout for Williston. So 2-2 count here for Inhofer. Pitch comes. This one just a little outside. Gets a piece of the chest pad, and that one curls to the left side. So ball three, full count for Inhofer. Just the leadoff man here in the bottom of the second for the Post 22 Hardhats. 3-2 here for Ergens. The righty starting pitcher for Williston. Pitch comes in, swings and misses for strike three. And the first strikeout on the day for Ergens. And that one puts one away here in the bottom of the second. So Josh Elder, the catcher for the Hardhats with the country music, is a walk-up song. I appreciate it. Country, my opinion, the greatest genre of music. But looking at Elder, also entering this game at a 250 batting average, on-base percentage of a 308, and slugging at a 432. So first one just goes in for a strike. And Elder does have a home run this season. He got that one back against the first game between the 320 Stars. Hit that one over the right field wall into the parking lot. So the next one just goes in for a strike. And Brixton Steen, who was in the box with us a few days ago for the Veterans Classic, said he actually got the foul ball in the parking lot. So that's something cool to hear. So 0-2 here for Elder. Ergens, this one just out of control. Hits the backstop and rolls right back to McCushton, the catcher for Williston. He have to pop up. So with a 1-2 count with that last one, just a little while out of control off the right arm of Ergens. Next pitch, this one dropped, and that one just a little high. That will go for ball two. Elder says he's going to take it. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 away, following the strikeout of Inhofer, who is the first hitter here in the second inning. Ergens again, the lift of the left leg. Pitch comes off the glove and behind for ball 3. So started with the strikes ahead of the ball count, and now he puts the ball ahead of the strike count, 3-2. Just one more away here. Next pitch comes outside for ball number 4, and that's a walk for Mr. Josh Elder. So Carter Johnson, the right fielder today, he comes in. So with Elder a runner on first, with the catcher, Johnson entering this game at a 149 batting average, 296 on-base percentage, and slugging at a 209. So that's what Johnson looks like. First pitch here goes down in the turf for ball one. Elder has one stolen base on the year. He is the runner on first. On this camera angle, we kind of cut him off, so I apologize for that. We get a quick look here on this angle from Johnson's at bat. Next pitch comes in, a swing and a miss for strike one, and the throw back to first where Elder's at. But he slides in safe. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 down in the bottom of the second. Still a 1-run lead for the Williston here in game 1 of the doubleheader. Next pitch on Johnson, drops in that one for a ball. Must have been just a little outside. 2-1 count. Ergens shakes that right arm a little bit, maybe gets a little tightened up. No only error in this game belonging to the Hardhats. Next pitch comes in. Johnson pops this one high up. This one coming towards us. And that one just hits the top of the thing here in the box. And a bird's nest. Crow's nest. Whatever. It's a bird. 2 balls, 2 strikes count with 1 down. Ergens a pitch to Johnson for ball 3. Elder takes off to second. The tag gets him. So Elder trying to find for his second stolen base of the year as he gets tagged out. So 2 away. And Johnson, who is at a full count. Ergens gets set, kicks the dirt, or in this turf. Here on the mound. 3-2 pitch comes to Johnson. Got a piece of it. Foul tips it. So he stays on a 3-2 count. And Blaine Hunt, the guy who is next up, the DH in game 1 of the doubleheader. Still 3-2 following the foul tip. Pitch comes from Ergens. This one ducking out of the way for Johnson. That will go for ball number 4. So the second walk here of the inning for Ergens. And now so one of the youngest, he is the youngest player here on the Hardhats team. He comes into play in the number 9 spot, playing designated hitter. So following back-to-back walks from Elder and Johnson, Johnson running back there on a first, slides in time on another pickoff attempt. And the pitching, the defense for Williston today, they're playing very aggressive. They throw a lot of pickoffs on first and second. We saw that a lot with Roberts when he got the first hit of the game. He was on first. So Ergens, the first pitch here to Hunt, gets a swing on this one. Beautifully hit into left field, makes the catch. Johnson runs after second. He's going to get into third. And Johnson's going to come home to score. Hunt takes off to third. The slide is safe. And the Hardhats have tied the game. It's 2-2 with an RBI double, I believe, but he's on third, so he might have advanced. But still, we're tied here. It's 2-2. So a Hunt comes in big time with a hit there for the designated hitter. And now Roberts at the top of the order. First pitch comes in. Roberts gets up under this one. And this one will foul for the first strike here of the count. 0-1. Ergens who gets the next ball. Hardhats have now accumulated 1 run in each inning so far, and the next one goes in for strike 2. So 0-2 count, 2 down, bottom of the second. Hunt, who brings in a score, and as he adds for his 11th RBI of the year. Next pitch comes to Roberts, takes a hop off the mound. Hunt will come in to score, but it won't count as the ground out there to second, over to first, and puts this one away for the second inning. But the Hardhats get in big time with Blaine Hunt getting an RBI to bring in Carter Johnson to score. So the Hardhats have tied this game 2-2. We go to the third inning. So a lot of good things there So we'll let Mickley take his more throws. We'll take a very short break, and we'll be right back here on Hardhats TV with a 2-2 score between Williston and Post 22. All right, we're back for the third inning of Hardhats Keybirds. Game 1 of the doubleheader. And Mickley, who gets his final warm up thrown as he just came in the last inning. So he gets all warmed up. It was a quick second inning. He about threw, I would say, 7 pitches. And they were just quick in and out. So leadoff man here for Williston is going to be number 1, the left fielder, Max Heen. So Mickley's first pitch, this one just a little down low for ball 1. He started all 3 of his last at-bats back in the second inning with a strike with the first pitch. So Mickley again, hands up high here for the next one. A 1-0 pitch count for Heen. Lefty from Mickley brings the heat on that one, but that one just goes again outside for ball 2. So with a 2-0 count for Mickley onto Heen, the left fielder for the Keybirds tonight. Mickley gets set, lifts, extends off the mound. That one again just a little down low for ball 3. So 3 balls to no strikes for the leadoff man and Heen. In a 2-2 game now. After in the bottom of the second, Hunt brought in an RBI. And next pitch down the middle for a strike. And about 99.9%. Most hitters will just take a 3-0 count, the next one just for a take. So 3-1 count. Mickley again off the mound, swung on by Heen. This one into right field. Johnson makes the cut, makes the catch for the first out. So a fly to right field from Heen. Johnson says, no worries, I'm under it, and makes the first out here in the top of the third. So now this will pull up the designated hitter, Eden Mortensen, as he walked his first time up, as that was for the first walk allowed of the inning from Moreno. So the first one here for Mickley will go for a ball. Elder tosses it right back to his pitcher. 1-0 count. Mickley gets the call. Pitch comes. That one in for a strike, so he evens it out 1-1. And again, the wind not playing a big factor today, so it's just straight 90-degree heat. So these players are going to get hot quickly. 1-1 count. Mickley's pitch. Got a swing on it. Not a hard ground ball, but straight to Roberts, and a bullet. And he threw that ball straight on a string to Morgan on first for the second out here in the third inning. And now this will pull up the catcher, Colin McCuiston, as he had the RBI single to bring in Janot. So he makes this game a factor for him just on his first at-bat. Next pitch from Mickley. Aimed for a strike on McCuiston. He hesitated on it, thought he could get a swing, he let it go. So strike 1 with the first one on McCuiston. Mickley again who gets set. 0-1 count, left-hander. Off the mound, pitch comes. This one is swung. Raider makes the sliding play, gets the throw in time. Morgan just dropped it, so that's going to be a base hit. An excellent play there from Reeder. I don't think we got it in time from the transition from cameras. So a single for McCuiston, as that is for his second of the game. As this is going to be Ashton Nikoloff, the third baseman who flew out to left fielder Kay McLeod his last time up. So the runner on first. There's a strike here on the scoreboard on the top left. Mickley throws to Morgan on first. That pulls him off the back, trying to get the pickoff attempt there. Another angle here from the press box. 2 down. First pitch here still for Nikoloff. Mickley, the lefty, delivers. This one has popped up. This one might be coming straight to us. Might have hurt it. So foul ball. This count will go to 0-1. And again, we're trying something new, using the other microphone as a field microphone to pick up some bats and sounds, some crowd reactions. So 0-1 count. Mickley, an advantage of being a left-handed pitcher. You look straight ahead on first base. This one is hit. This one deep. McLeod gave you chase. This one is off the wall as they try to bring runners in. Inhofer gets that one, and that's going to be a double for Nikoloff. Well hit, just right past K. McLeod. So Garrett Solberg, the right fielder who was hit by pitch his first time up. So runners on second to third for Williston. Mickley, the lefty, after allowing for just the second hit of the game. Next one goes in for a strike. 0-1. So Mickley gets set, gets position. A runner just on the back side of him on third, and a runner right on the left side of him. So he takes a look back to the runner on second, and Nikoloff hitting that double off the left field wall. This one down the dirt. Elder, ooh, nice one right there. Make sure he gets under it, but it looks like this would have been a hit by pitch. I believe it is. So a hit by pitch puts the bases loaded. So that's 2 hit by pitches there for Solberg today. Mickley, the first one to Delorme, just up high for ball 1. So the 1-0 count. 3 hits now on the scoreboard in left field for each of these teams. Mickley will get set. Hands up by the face. 1-0 count. Lefty gives this one. This one's going to get hit. Inhofer can't get to it. 1 run comes in to score. McLeod, the throw over to home. Elder, that one bobbles out. That brings in the second run. Runner's going to come in to score. And Morgan makes the play, gets the out. So pandemonium on home plate. So we'll hear what they have to say. So Williston, who got 2 runs in there, and they try to be a little greedy after trying to get their 3rd run off that hit, just got tagged out from Morgan covering on home plate. So back to a 2-run lead for Williston. We go to the bottom of the 3rd inning as the next hitter here for the Hardhats is going to be Lars Kiefer. So Ergens, who will still be the pitcher here for Williston in this game. Take a quick look here. 44 pitches through just 2 innings of play for Ergens, and 23 of those have gone in for a strike. And Mickley, who has thrown for 20 pitches, and 15 have gone in for a strike. So looking very solid there with a 75% strike rate for Declan Mickley coming in, and Moreno, who came out 29 pitches thrown for 15 strikes. So they get set. Ergens gets in his final warm-up throws. Kiefer gets in another final warm-up swings there. So the throw will go from the catcher. So some Black Sabbath, the walk-up song from Lars Kiefer, a good choice. So he gets set here, bottom of the 3rd, 4-2 the lead for Williston. They had an early 2-0 lead after the top of the first. Hardhats managed to get one run in both the first and second to make it 2-2, and then 2 runs came in there in the last inning. This one just gets a piece of the catcher here in McHouston. So he seems a little riled. They'll give him a quick time. As Kiefer swings and misses for a strike. So they're going to just give some time here for the catcher and a quick talk on the mound there with Ergens. So it looks like they're both good and ready to go. Ergens swipes the foot on the bump. 0-1 count here awaits for Kiefer. Next pitch comes. That one will just go for the first ball of the count. So 1-1 here for Kiefer. Ergens, a righty, lifts the leg. Pitch comes. Kiefer gets a swing on this one. Takes a hop off the mound. Shortstop makes the throw. And for the first out here. So Kiefer, who will get his second ground out on the day, puts one away here in the third. So Wyatt Reeder comes in. And Reeder hit an RBI single his first time up, which brought Robertson to score. So the hit streak for him just continues here in this game. The left-handed batter in Reeder uses the bat, draws the line there on the diamond. First pitch comes, down low, ball 1. And a throw back to Ergens. 1 ball, no strikes for Reeder. Ready here for his next one. Ergens, the pitch comes down the middle for strike 1. And I've said this on a lot of the lives. Reeder will take the first 2-3 pitches and then he'll strike in on the later ones. So 1-1 count. Reeder signaling for a bunt. That one hit off the turf and off the chest pad of McHouston. So this count will go to 2 balls, 1 strike. So Reeder again takes the walk back in here to the batter's box. Ergens, a righty, gets set, lifts the leg off the mound. Reeder takes a hard swing. First baseman Ekblad gets the catch. The underhand toss to Ergens, who covers the first and gets the 2 away here. So Kane McLeod, who was brought up here to the plate as he grounded to second base his first time up. So with Reeder the ground to first, puts 2 away. Ergens, a pitch comes to McLeod. That will go for a strike. So he starts the count at an 0-1. Look back here from this angle. Ergens gets set. Next pitch comes. McLeod will chase on it for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the bottom of the third. Ergens. Pitch comes off the turf, takes the bounce and over the shoulder for ball 1. So the first ball of the count on the second at-bat of the game for McLeod. 1-2 count. Ergens the next pitch. This one just up high. Ball 2. McLeod, great vision there. So he takes the little swing here, gets the bat on the shoulder. 2-2, 2 down, bottom of the third. Ergens next pitch. McLeod gets under it. This one is high up in the air. Shortstop clears it out and makes the catch for the third out and puts it away for the third inning. So we go to the fourth. After, in the top of the third, Williston added 2 more runs here on the scoreboard to give him a 4-2 lead. No hits in that inning for the Hardhats, following a ground out from Kiefer and a ground to Reeder and just a pop there from McLeod. So we have a new pitcher on the mound for the Hardhats. Number 16, Luke Hanslick. I believe it's Hanslick. And it is. So Luke Hanslick, who also came in a pitch in that game against Pierre during the Veterans Classic. We look at his numbers. 10 innings pitched. He has a 2-win, 0-loss record with a .7 ERA and a .9 WHIP, as he has had 9 strikeouts this year, 3 walks, 6 hits allowed, and with 2 runs against. So Luke Hanslick, who gets set just now, the third pitcher of the game here in Game 1 of the doubleheader between the Keybirds and the Hardhats. After Moreno started this game, Mickley came in the last 2 innings, and 2 and 3, and now Hanslick, who comes in for the 4th. So went to a right-handed pitcher, to a lefty, now back to a righty, and Hanslick quickly do the 50-50 raffle here at the ballpark. And the next game's coming up for the Hardhats in Pueblo, Colorado. That tournament will start on Thursday. The first game on Thursday happens at 4:30, and then followed by a doubleheader on 7. And those games on Hardhats TV, they have a doubleheader on Thursday and Friday with no games on Saturday. And then, depending on how the seating works, they have a chance to play on Sunday. So stay tuned. Ready to go. So leadoff hitter for Williston, number 15, Connor Ekblad, as he had a pop-up to Inhofer on his first at-bat. So this one goes in for a strike. First pitch from Hanslick, straight through the middle for an 0-1 count. Hanslick will give the nod here for Elder. He likes the pitch call given from his catcher. Hanslick, the next one comes in. This one gets contact on it. This one is going to go foul, as Roberts, Inhofer, and McLeod were all giving chase that left side. So 0-2 for Ekblad. So he'll pick up his bat and get set here for another pitch from Hanslick. Just 2 in for him since coming into this game. 0-2, no outs for the leadoff man. Hanslick. Next pitch, this one is swung on. This one will just hook right foul. 0-2. 2 straight foul balls off the bat of Ekblad. Hanslick gets set. Glove over the mouth. And you'll take the step off the mound. Pitch comes. Oh man, that was a close one. Almost, maybe could have caught him looking. But for ball 1. 1-2 count, top of the 4th inning. 4-2 lead for Williston. Hanslick, a notable nod. So he takes the step off the mound. Foul tip. So we stay at 1-2 count. 3 foul balls for Ekblad, as they quickly are going to get this foul ball here out of the way so we can resume play. Hanslick gets set on a 1-2 count. Righty delivers. A little bit down low. That will go for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Just for the leadoff man in the 4th inning. And the wind is now picking up a little bit. This probably has to feel nice there down on the field, as it's cooled off here in the box. The window wide open as far as it can go. Hanslick got a piece of the foul tip, but it's a strikeout. Goes in the glove. First out here in the 4th inning. So Hanslick earns for his 10th strikeout of the year. And now we go back to the top of the order. This is now every at-bat, every hitter here for Williston. They have had 2 at-bats in this game. So Collins here to the ground to second. Pitch comes. This one will just go a little outside for ball 1. 1-0 count. Hanslick, the righty, on the mound. Has just thrown for 2 balls today. All the others have been for strikes, foul balls. Next pitch, down low on the turf for ball 2. 2-0 count. Hanslick gets the ball back, takes a little stroll here on the mound, gets his feeding right. So Elder will give him a call here. The left-handed batter in Collins. 2-0 pitch comes down the middle for strike one. Call it good. 2-1 again. Hanslick gets set and ready to go. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 down in the top of the fourth. Hanslick delivers, turning out of the way to avoid being hit was Collins. So that will go for ball 3. 3-1 count. Hanslick likes the call. Offer there from Elder. So he lifts the leg. Pitcher delivers. Swing and a miss for strike 2. So full count for Collins. And he takes the little tap there on the diamond, gets his feet in right. And the right foot as high as he could go in the batter's box. On the left side, Hanslick, the pitch comes, gets a piece of it, and a pop-up straight to Roberts. Puts it away here for the second out of the inning. So Jackson Janot, the shortstop, hit by pitch his first time around, and then a ground to Inhofer on short on his last plate appearance. So Hanslick with a new pitcher he will face. Next one in, and that one dropped in for a strike. So with an 0-1 count, and the tap off the home plate, Hanslick facing towards Elder. Here comes the pitch, and that one for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hanslick gets the grip, takes a deep breath, and runners on first and Morgan and Reeder playing a little bit back off their base. Hanslick pitch comes, this one a little bit inside near the fingers for ball 2. Hanslick again gets set, 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 down away here in the top of the fourth. A 4-2 lead for Williston. Hanslick, the pitch comes down the middle for strike 2. 2-2 even up, 2 outs. 1 more. Hardhats go back hitting in the bottom of the fourth. Hanslick. The call offered from Edler he likes. Gets a piece of it. This one is hit right to Kiefer in center field. Makes the fly out catch. So for the 3rd out, we go to the bottom of the 4th. No hits allowed from Hanslick. They're in that inning. So the next up here will be Jace Morgan, followed by Dawson Inhofer and Josh Elder. We'll take a short break, and we'll be back for bottom of the 4th inning action between the Williston Keybirds and your Post 22 Hardhats on Hardhats TV. So with Sweet Caroline playing in the back is Jace Morgan. He comes up to the plate here with a pink bat. So he comes in here as he had a bunt right back to the pitcher and got thrown out. So first one in goes right down the middle for a strike. 0-1 count for Morgan. Another left-handed batter here for the Hardhats. They have a few that they work with. And this one, a little, again, out of control, just a little high for ball one as Reader, Hunt, who's a switch hitter, he can go left or right. They have Elder, Steen. They have a lot of guys that hit left-handed. This one drops just outside, ball two. 2-1 count for Ergens, still on the mound for Williston. Next pitch, offering outside, ball three. So 3-1 count for Morgan. He gets set. Ergens a righty. Pitch comes, swung on by Morgan. The play right there to second. Makes the scoop, the throw to first in time for the first out. So just a ground to second for Morgan. So Inhofer, he comes up next here. He struck out his first time up. So with one away, Ergens the first pitch, swings and misses for strike one for Inhofer. One down, Ergens the righty on the mound, gets set and ready. Here comes the pitch, swung on. And that one just a dribbler to third, stays fair, trying to run it out, he couldn't. With a second out, just a ground there to third. So Elder, who got walked his first time up, and then they try to have him steal a base, and he got thrown out. So he comes in for his second time today. Ergens the first pitch to Elder. Lets that one bounce into the turf for ball one. So he gets set here, ready to go for the next one. Pitch comes, this one just outside. Go for ball two. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 down still. Elder who gets set. Bottom of the fourth, pitch comes, Ergens. That one in for a strike, just the first one here for Elder's at bat. Ergens gets the ball back, Elder gets set. Left foot as back of the box you can get. Next one, swings and misses for strike two. So 2-2 with 2 down. Bottom of the fourth, 4-2 lead for Williston. Gives a nod there. They're ready to go here for the next pitch. Ergens, it comes. Swung on and missed for strike 3 in the third out here for the bottom of the fourth. We go to the fifth. No hits in that one as they go 1, 2, 3 out like that for the fourth. So another strikeout there for Ergens. They're in the fourth inning. So Hanslick comes out. Still pitching for the Hardhats. We'll let him get his warmer throws in. We'll take a short break and we'll be back here on Hardhats TV.
Currently, we are selling converted brick makers to be installed in that Hall of Fame closet. Show your support for Post 22 and the foundation by purchasing brick paper in honor of a player, coach, fan, or supporter of this great program. Brick paper forms are available in the ticket booth. Thank you and go Hardhats.
So just announcing there of the Hall of Fame here at the ballpark. When you're here, come take a look at it. You can see all 44 state championship plaques, all the players, coaches, everyone that has been a part of it here at the Surgical Ballpark Field at Fitzgerald Stadium. So we get set. Hanslick gets ready now. Number 1, Max Heen comes in. Walked his first time up, a fly out his following. So they get set and ready. Hanslick waiting for his first pitch here in the 5th inning. So they get set. Elder arm way out. First pitch from Hanslick, swung on by Heen. This one into left center. Kiefer giving chase, makes the great catch. And the first out here in the 5th inning. Lars Kiefer can do it all from center field. And one down. So Eden Mortensen comes in to play here, hitting 4th in the lineup. And Mortensen walked his first time up in a ground to Roberts on 3rd. Here comes the first pitch. And this one just inside for ball 1. Here on the count. Hanslick gets the ball right back. And next game, game 2 of the doubleheader between Williston and the Hardhats will happen at 7 o'clock. We'll get the live back up after this one. 1-0 count. Hanslick the next one, right down the middle for a strike. Count goes to 1-1 apiece. One down following the play. The fly out right back to Kiefer on center field. Hanslick, the sun right in his eyes. Lifts the left leg. Pitch comes. Swanna right back to Hanslick. The scoop. And he has the speed to just run it out. And the little toss over to Morgan on first is in time for 2 down. And I remember Brixton Steen saying, you think of speed? Luke Hanslick is one fast guy. And he just had a little bit of a jog right there. So the ground right back. Puts the second away. And this will pull up the catcher, Colin McCushton. 2 singles today. And the first one, he had the RBI single. So Hanslick, just the 3rd pitcher McCushton will face today. First one comes in down the middle for a strike. So an 0-1 count. Hanslick will get the ball returned back from Elder. Feet are set. Elder gives him the call again. 0-1. Top of the 5th. 4-2 still remains a score for Williston. Pitch comes from Hanslick. This one down low. That will go for a ball. 1-1 count. Hanslick will take the trot here back to the mound. Hanslick gets set. Glove again over the face. The sun kind of getting a little bit of a cloud over it. 1-1 pitch comes. Got a piece of it. Goes for a foul. So 1-2 count. 2 down. And the Hardhats making this game close for game 1 of the doubleheader between Williston Keybirds from North Dakota. 1-2 count, 2 down. A big nod from Hanslick. Righty delivers. That one just a little outside for ball 2. Hanslick may have thought otherwise as he almost started getting that trot right back to the dugout. 2-2, top of the 5th. Gets the call. Hanslick, the pitch comes. Again, just makes contact on it. Hits the netting. We stay 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. In the top of the 5th. As Garrett Solberg there on your screen going to get that foul ball out of the way. Hanslick on a 2-2 count with 2 down. Rocking, back and forth, pitch comes, Swan on a ground straight to Morgan. Makes the scoop and just trots it himself over to first for the 3rd out here in the top of the 5th. Puts it away. We go to the bottom of the 6th with the Hardhats back to hitting. So 1-2-3, we saw that with post 22 in Williston. So the next up here for the Hardhats is going to be Carter Johnson as the leadoff hitter. And Johnson, who was walked his first time up, he came in the run to score. He got the tying one. And we still see Ergens on the mound for Williston getting in his warm-up throws. And with some hockey going on last night, Game 3 of the Stanley Cup, the Florida Panthers took a 5-1 win. Now they hold the Stanley Cup final in their hands of a score, or they lead the series 2-1. And then we saw the game on June 8th between the Indiana Pacers and the Oklahoma City Thunder. As the Thunder managed to tie the series up 123 to 107 in Game 2. They play tonight, or excuse me, they play tomorrow at 6:30 Mountain Time on ABC for Game 3. And this game is in Indiana, so Indiana might have a chance to get back in the series, as they came as a number 4 rank, and Oklahoma City came in as the number 1. So that's what it looks like for NHL and NBA postseason action in their seasons. So Carter Johnson is announced here, as he will get for his second at bat. We get set. Ergens plays a little toss-up with the glove and the ball in his hand. Ergens who gets set. First pitch to Johnson comes, and that one drops just right through the middle of the strike zone. We see some action heading to the bullpen for the Hardhats. Skyler Montgomery making his way there. Here comes the swing, and just a line drive right back to first. So puts one away there. Johnson goes down. A line drive to first. Blaine Hunt, shortstop, got a single in for his first time, or an RBI. Hardhats still trailing by 2 to Williston in the bottom of the 5th, 4-2, with one down. Ergens, the pitch comes to Hunt on a bunt, and this one pops over the netting and right back into the spectator's view. 0-1 count with one down. Ergens gets set. Hunt. Pitch comes. Gets a swing on it. This one, the ground play to short. Gets the glove, the scoop, the throw, all in one time, just for the second out. So 2 down. The ground out for Hunt. And we go back to the top of the order for Roberts. And Roberts, who had a single first time up at a ground out, so 1 for 2 on the day. Catcher and home plate umpire having a quick chat real quick. So 2 down on the bottom of the 5th. Ergens gets set here for his first pitch to Roberts on his third at bat. First one goes down the middle for a strike. So with an 0-1 count, Ergens waiting the call here from his catcher, McCuiston. Lifts the leg, righty delivers. Roberts gets good contact into center field. He's under it, makes the catch for the third out. Again, 1-2-3. Hardhats go down. So we will take a short break, and we'll be back for the 6th inning between the Hardhats and the Keybirds right after this. All right, we're back, ready to go for the 6th inning. Luke Hanslick remains on the mound with action happening in the bullpen for the Hardhats, with Skyler Montgomery getting that right arm warmed up. So the leadoff man for Williston is going to be number 5. I don't have him here on my sheet. Ashton Nikoloff. I did have him. That's why I wear glasses. Not the greatest vision. So ready to go for the leadoff man. Hanslick for his first pitch. 4-2 lead still remains here for Williston. First one ducks out of the way for ball one. And we already seen 2 hit by pitches on the day back in the first inning. And Moreno threw them. But for hitting-wise entering this game, Hardhats have only allowed 122 hits, 71 runs entering this game. Next pitch, just a little down low for ball two. And they've also had 98 walks entering this game and 196 strikeouts. So they're both now in the 100s and 200s. And the opponent batting average was sitting at 195 entering. 2-0 pitch comes. This one has popped up. Elder takes the mask off. Going to the fence. He can't get it. Fans running out of the way, making sure they don't get hit by that foul ball. So 1-2 count. Elder, if he could go through that netting, he could. To just go and get that high pop-up. So announcing the upcoming tournaments and games for Post 22. After Pueblo, Colorado, the Hardhats will go to Omaha, Nebraska for a tournament. And the next pitch just a little up high, ball 3. 3-1 count. Hanslick gives the nod. Eller gives the call. Here comes the pitch. Swan on this one gets contact into right field. Johnson waves off. Kiefer, the center fielder, makes the catch for the first out here in the top of the 6th inning. So Garrett Solberg comes in. The right fielder. 2 hit by pitches for him on the day. Hanslick who gets set, 1 down away. Righty gets ready here. Hanslick, this one right down the middle for a strike. So count will go 0-1. Hanslick will get the ball returned back to his glove. Finding some more grip here if he can. 4 hits for Williston today, 3 for the Hardhats. Hanslick pitch comes, swung. This one into right field. Johnson lets it bounce. And that one bounced over the head. This one goes behind him. And he's running to second. This one thrown into Reeder. The throw over to Inhofer. And that's a double here for Garrett Solberg. And this will pull up Callan DeLorme. So a double there. That one hit into right field. Johnson, it took a bounce, and he tried to get it with the glove, and it just went over his head. So he had to go back, pick it up, and then the relay throw in. So Hanslick gets a quick little chat there with his catcher and Elder. Here for the next at-bat, runner back on second. Hanslick will take a look. Pitch comes in. This one will go up high for ball 1. So 1-0 count. Hanslick gets set. His right foot there on the mound. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 down here in the top of the 6th. Hanslick pitch comes, swings and misses for strike 1. Here for DeLorme, the second baseman for the Keybirds. Hanslick lunged over. Waiting to see what the call is. Offer there from Elder. Runner back on second. 1-1 count. Pitch comes. Again, a little up high. Ball 2. 2-1 count. Hanslick returns back to the mound. A lot of Hardhats players in the infield today that can pitch as well, like Dawson and Hofer, Jace Morgan, Carter Johnson, Brody Thompson. Those guys have had a few opportunities this season pitching. So Hanslick, who took a step here off the mound, the runner there back on second. So a 2-1 count waiting. Hanslick, the righty, takes again another look back on second. Here comes the pitch. This one goes up high. Ball 3. 3-1 count. Hanslick taking a little bit moment here. Gets the feet right, in the position he wants them. Runner takes a little lead off of second. 3-1 count. Pitch comes. And that one for ball 4. So he walks in. The first walk allowed for Hanslick here on the day. So Connor Ekblad, as he will come in. 0 for 2 today. A pop-up and a strikeout. And I think we might have a pitching change. Just a mound visit. Montgomery, who comes out of the bullpen. So all of them meet up there in the middle. So on the scoreboard there on the top left of your screen shows runners on first and second, 1 down, top of the 6th inning. And a 4-2 lead for Williston. So it looks like to be no pitching change, just a routine mound visit. So Hanslick will remain in this game after coming in back in the 4th inning. Currently 5:55 as the first pitch here of game 1 of the doubleheader at 4:30. And then game 2 of the doubleheader, game start time 7 o'clock. So stay tuned on Hardhats TV. So following the mound visit, Hanslick remains on the mound. Runners on first and second. As this pulls up, Ekblad, the first baseman for Williston, will look back on second. Pitch comes, and that one through the middle for a strike. 0-1 starts off fresh with a little short break and a coach's talk. 0-1. Hanslick again with that lunge, looking over to catcher Elder to wait here for his call. Hanslick looks down the middle, another look back on second. Runner behind him on first as well, where Morgan is off the bag. Inhofer takes it back off, but we have a quick time with Hanslick stepping off the mound. So still a 0-1 count for Ekblad. Get a look here at this angle. Hanslick. Pitch comes. Down just a little outside for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 down. Scoreboard in the left field and scoreboard on the top left of your screen. Hanslick again, feeding on the mound. As we see Skyler Montgomery using the bands to warm up his arms, stretch him out. 1-1 count. This one inside. Almost clipped Ekblad. Ball 2. So Solberg, who sits on second base following his double. And then Delorme on first with his walk. So with a 2 ball, 1 strike count, 1 down. Hanslick a nod. Looks back on second. Pitch comes. This one high for ball 3. Hanslick back to the mound. Again with that lunge, waits the call from Elder. 3-1 count with 1 away. The top of the 6th, trying to go to first. Again, gets away of Morgan, and the runners are going to advance. Runner rounding third. Elder throws the mask, and the rolling ball comes in. Williston will score, and they make this game a 3-run lead, 5-2. So runner from first to third there in Delorme. And that's the 3rd error here of the game for the Hardhats. We saw that back in the first inning of the game, the throw from Moreno back to Morgan on first, just a little out of his reach. And they bring a runner in to score. So with a 3-1 count, and with a runner on third, only 1 out. Hanslick gets set, lifts the leg, pitch comes, down the middle for strike 2, full count for Ekblad. So Ekblad again looks back on the third baseline, waits the call here from his coach. 3-2 count. Hanslick, the pitch comes down the middle, just gets contact under it. And this one all the way hits the cages. 3-2 again. Hanslick, who's been fighting off some foul balls and pitches here with the at-bats of Williston. And the clouds clouding up the sun here, making a possible cool-off here Hands look, the pitch comes. This one down low for ball 4. And that will be a walk. So runners on the corners. And manager for the Hardhats, Kelvin Torvey, who comes here out of the bullpen. So he will take a quick moment here. And we will see Skyler Montgomery as he will come in the game here for the Hardhats. So Luke Hanslick, who came in the 4th inning. So just giving the rundown there of what happened for Hanslick on the day. So Montgomery, who will come in to pitch. And Montgomery, he has 3 saves this season out of the 4 the Hardhats have earned. Montgomery has 17 innings pitched, a 2-0 record with a .824 ERA and a 1.118 WHIP. And that's followed by 13 strikeouts and 12 walks. He has had 7 hits against and 4 runs. So another right-handed pitcher with a nice blue glove. So he gets warm-up pitches in with Elder. And the hitter here for Williston will be back to the top of the order in center fielder Chase Collins. 0 for 3 for him on the day. So that concludes the warm-up throws there for Skyler Montgomery as they all meet in the middle here. As they get set. So manager Kelvin Torvey returns back to the dugout. And all the infielders back to their spots. So runners on the corners for Williston with only 1 down here in the 6th inning and a 5-2 lead. So Collins back to the top of the order. This will be his 4th at-bat of the game. And Montgomery ready to go here for his first pitch. And Morgan, who was ahead of the base runner on first, went behind him, and now he's back on the base. So Montgomery uses his time to take a little bit more. Gets set, pivots, and a turn look back on the first. Montgomery's pitch comes in, first one in for a strike. So 0-1 with 1 away. The 6th inning. Montgomery, who gets set, left hand there on the hip. Waits a call from Elder. Again, another look back to first with Ekblad. Next pitch in for a strike. 0-2 count with 1 down. Montgomery again, another look back on first where Ekblad sits. And the runner on third into Lorm. This one is hit. This one will go foul on the first base line as Morgan stretched out, dove, trying to make that play. So count remains no balls, 2 strikes with 1 down. Montgomery waving that right arm with the ball in his hand. 0-2 count. Pitch comes, swung on, Collins. This one goes foul. So with 0-2, Collins fighting off 2 straight foul balls with an 0-2 count. Montgomery, again, a look back there on a first. Runner still sits there. Montgomery, righty pitch, swung on this one, popped up high. In hole for the shortstop for the Hardhats, calls it out, makes the catch, and 2 down here in the 6th inning. So Collins pops to short, and now this pulls up Jackson Janot. Hit by pitch his first time up, and then a ground out and a fly out.
Let's see Hardhat fans get behind the team. Get out here.
So getting the crowd here involved. A big out here. This could possibly change the matter of the game. 5-2 still the score here for Williston. First pitch on the next at-bat. This one inside of Janot. And that will go for ball 1. 1-0 count. 2 outs. Montgomery again, a good look on first base. Next pitch, in for a strike, the first of the count. Montgomery gets set, ready to go here. 1-1, 2 down. As the runner in a showdown on first and second, they're also making sure the runner at home. Reader says, we'll let that one go. Throws to Morgan on first, running back to second, and Hofer who covers. And it's in a chase down. He makes the tag. So Williston, who comes in to score, makes it 6-2. So we go to the bottom of the sixth here in game one of the doubleheader. So we'll take a short break, and we'll be back for bottom of the sixth action between the Hardhats here on Hardhats TV. So we get set here in the bottom of the sixth inning as Williston has made their lead a little bit bigger with a 4-run lead, 6-2, here in game one of the doubleheader on this Tuesday evening, as it is still Justin Ergens on the mound for Williston. So Kiefer is going to be the leadoff man here. In the sixth inning, he is 0 for 2 today with 2 groundouts to the shortstop. So Ergens try to use his to your advantage. He's been pitching this game for a while. First one goes in for a ball. And the dugout all on their feet being loud, trying to bring the energy and momentum back here into the Hardhats' hands. Ergens' next pitch, in for a strike. So 1-1. Ergens, the ball behind his back, gets the call from his catcher. As this one comes swung on, this one just goes foul onto the right first baseline. So the count will go to a 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, bottom of the sixth. Kiefer, the leadoff man, going to do his best here to try to get him on board. Next pitch comes down low by the feet, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 5 hits for the Keybirds, only 3 here for the Hardhats. They haven't scored a run since the bottom of the second. This one drops. This one inside for a ball. That will be for the 3rd ball of the count. So full count for Kiefer. 3-2. Checks back in the box. Ergens a pitch. Kiefer gets a contact. This one will go foul. So stays a 3-2 count. New ball here. We'll just use the same one. So following the foul ball, stays at a full count, 3-2. Pitch comes. Kiefer gets this one under. Second baseman is back and makes the catch for the first out here in the 6th inning. So Reader, who is 1 for 2 today. Reader had the RBI single back in the 1st inning and grounded out in his last at-bat. Ergens a pitch to Reader on a bunt. This one will just go foul, as this one went behind. So we'll go 0-1 with Reader on the first pitch that he was offered. Ergens gets the ball back. Reader maybe trying to speed it out there, get a runner back on first. Ergens gets set. on a no-ball, one-strike count. Pitch comes to Reeder. Takes a swing. That one was down to the turf for strike two. 0-2 here for one out. Hardhats offense trying to be aggressive here, trying to get back in this game. Ergen shakes off that call, shakes off another, shakes off a third, and he gets his third one. Here comes the next one. Reeder gets a swing. That one's hit right back in the middle gap on second base. So Reeder gets his second hit of the day. And his second single gets a runner on first for the Hardhats. K. McLeod, as he's brought up to the plate. And McLeod today 0 for 2, a ground out and a pop-up. So the Reeder on first, who got that hit right between second and shortstop. And now Ergens on the mound, looks back at Reeder on first. First one here to McLeod, trying to go for the bunt. Reeder sliding back into first as he is in time. So the first pitch there to McLeod will go for a ball. So he gets set. 1-0 count with one down in the bottom of the sixth. Hardhats still trailing by 4. Ergens another throw back there to first to Reeder as he slides in safe. So Ergens who gets the ball right back on a 1-0 count. Ergens, another look. Looks over the shoulder. Here comes the pitch. McLeod will take it. It'll go for a strike. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 down. With Morgan on deck for the Hardhats. Ergens gets the call. Again, another good look there on the first. See if Reeder is still there. A blink of an eye, he's there or not. Next pitch comes in through the middle for strike 2. So McLeod faces 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 1 away in the bottom of the 6th inning. Ergens shakes off the first one. He gets the call for the second. Reeder gets that leg out a little bit. Here comes the next pitch. McLeod gets contact. This one high up into shallow center right. Center fielder will make the catch. Puts it here for the second out away in the bottom of the 6th. So Morgan 0 for 2 as well here on the day. With Reeder on first. Reeder has 2 of the 4 hits here for the Hardhats in this game. Ergens gets set, takes another look back there on first. Pitch comes from the righty. This one down to the turf, gets away from the catcher. This one all the way to the dugout, as that one is going to roll. Reeder thinking about going to third, but he'll just take off to second. So 1-0, that one just gets out of the hand reach of McHuston, the catcher for the Keybirds. So Reeder advances off to second with a 1-0 count for Morgan. And that right foot on his tippy toes here in the box, and the left foot all the way back as he can go. 1-0 pitch comes, gets piece on it. This one into center field, makes the catch for the third out here. And the Keybirds manage to keep this 6-2 lead here with one last inning in the bottom in the game 1 of the doubleheader. Hardhats trailing by 4. Reeder got a single there in that game. And that last at-bat. We'll take another short break and we'll be back. Skylar Montgomery remains on the mound.
For probably in the next few weeks. You can't get you can get on Hardhat TV. Check out the website. You can follow us on Facebook and Instagram as well to keep up with all the action and all of the latest TV.
So Montgomery remains here on the bump in the 7th inning. Williston Keybirds up 6-2 over the post 22 Hardhats. So Jackson Janot, the first one here. This will be his 4th at-bat of the game as well. Montgomery's first pitch down on the turf. Takes a bobble up into the chest of Elder for ball 1. Facing with a 1-0 count. Montgomery, the right-handed pitcher, takes the step off the mound. Next one in for a strike. So with a 1-1 count, Janot, the shortstop, back in. Montgomery, a fast another pitch. This one in for strike 2. 1-2 count. Janot takes the step back in the box after the sign given by his third base coach. 1-2, Montgomery's pitch. Down the turf, escapes out of the glove there of Elder. And that one just goes to the backside. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Montgomery gets set. Pitch comes. High and ups. That'll go for ball 3. So full count, which started at 1-2, now goes 3-2. Montgomery, the righty. Ball in the glove. Here it comes, out of the hand. This one is swung on. Right back to Montgomery. In the hand, the underhand scoop. Over to Morgan on first here for the first out. The ground out right back to him. So Max Heen comes in. And Heen 0 for 3 today. So with 1 down on the top of the 7th, Montgomery, with that last pitch, as it got hit right back to him. So Montgomery's first one here swings and misses for strike 1. So faces with an 0-1 count. Back in the batter's box he comes. In the left-handed batter's box as well with a right-handed pitcher. 0-1 pitch comes. In for strike 2. 0-2 count for Montgomery with 1 out. Now Montgomery gives Elder the nod, waiting here for the next pitch. Lifts the left leg. Righty delivers. This one just up high. That'll be for the first ball. 1-2 count we go. In the top of the 7th. With Heen, the left fielder, checks back in the box. He gets set. 1-2 pitch comes from Montgomery. This one just trailed a little outside. Ball 2. Montgomery, I think, just trying to throw him a ball where he could chase a little outside. 2-2 count. Montgomery again. Pitch comes. Swung. This one goes foul. Hits the fence here on the right side. 2-2 count remains for Heen. And Montgomery, as they wait here for the ball that went on to hit off the fence back into the playing field. Johnson moves that one out of the way really quick. So Montgomery gives us some extra time here to relax with a 2-2 count, 1 down in the top of the 7th. Montgomery, pitch comes. This one just dropped. Ball 3. So full count here for Heen. And now Montgomery, the righty, gets set on the mound. Call from Elder. 3-2 pitch comes. And that will be ball 4. And he will walk the batter. So runner on first. Only 1 down. Heen's second walk of the day. And now designated hitter Eden Mortensen. He comes in, also being walked once today, and has 2 groundouts. So he gets set, runner on first. A double play could be in action here defensively for the Hardhats. Montgomery's first pitch, this one inside. It took a little bunny hop to try to avoid getting hit. Was Mortensen. So 1-0 count. Following the pitch a little just inside. And Montgomery, the righty. Off the mound, pitch right down the middle for strike 1. So evens it out. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Montgomery gets set and ready to go. Morgan, who has got that right foot on the bag, ready to go if they try to get that pickoff attempt on the first. And that's what they're going to do. So Morgan catches that one, but no tag. So we stay at a 1-1 count. 1 down. Montgomery again, another hard look on first. Righty pitches. This one just up high, ball 2. Elder trying to see maybe if that runner was going to chase down, but he's not even taking that foot off the bag. He's not going to risk anything. So 2-1 we go. Montgomery pivots the shoulder all the way across to first. 2 balls, 1 strike. Pitch comes from Montgomery down the middle for strike 2. That one down the middle, he kind of checked his swing, but he went halfway, but it was in the zone. So it was going to be a strike call no matter what. 2-2 count. Montgomery again, a look back on first. Morgan in a ready position with the knees bent. Montgomery will take a second here off the mound. A lot of pressure here. 2-2 count, 1 down, top of the 7th. Still Hardhats down by 4. Montgomery's pitch comes. Got a piece of it. This one goes foul again on the right side. Stay 2 balls, 2 strikes. Montgomery who retrieves a new ball. And again, that one back into the playing field in right field. Johnson who clears that up real fast. 2-2 count. 1 down, top of the 7th. Montgomery lifts the leg. Pitch comes. That one just a little downstairs for ball 3. So full count yet again. We saw this last at-bat. Or 2 at-bats ago with Max Heen, who walked on a full count. So he's going to take his little stutter steps. Montgomery saw it just to the back of his head. And the pickoff attempt thrown at first. He slides in safe. So full count. Here for Mortensen. Another pickoff attempt. Morgan makes the catch with a 3-2 count. Montgomery gets set. He's throwing back-to-back pickoff attempts on first. Can he make it a third? 1 down still. Here comes the next pitch. And this one up high. That will be for ball 4. So back-to-back walks. Runners on first and second with 1 down. So Colin McCushton, the catcher who comes in, he's got 2 for 3 today with 2 singles. And he has an RBI. So with 1 down, runners on first and second, both got on base with a walk. Montgomery's pitch just goes outside, ball 1. 1-0. Montgomery on the mound, gets the hands up, takes a look back on second. We'll see if he takes a look on first, and he won't. 1-0 pitch comes right down the inside for ball 2. I thought that was going to be for a strike. 2-0 count for Montgomery. So he waits here, takes a step on the mound, gets the extra calls. 2-0 look back on second. He takes the double look. Montgomery, the righty, pitches. This one escapes out of the glove of Elder. Runners will advance from first and second to second and third. And that one went in for ball 3. So 3-0 count. And Elder will have a quick talk here with Skyler Montgomery on the mound. He runs some things over, and Coach Kindred comes out of the dugout for another mound visit with no new arms at the bullpen either. And the top of the 7th, still 6-2 score for Williston. 5 hits for them. Hardhats have 4. Williston with no errors, and the Hardhats having 3 on the day. So game of the doubleheader. They're just trying to shake this one off and go into game 2 and come out completely looking like a whole new team. So McCushton still will come in here at the bat with a 3-0 count, following that one that just got away from Elder behind the plate. So the mound visit comes to an end. So runners still on second and third, following them advancing off that wild pitch. So a 3-0 count. Montgomery gets set back on the mound. McCushton in. So infielders playing in deep 3-0 count. Pitch comes. Montgomery, this one is in for a strike. And the first one for the count. So 3-1. Montgomery again gets set. Ready for the next. 3-1 pitch comes. Montgomery, this one is swung on into left field. McLeod makes the catch. No runners will tag up for the second out. And McCusian will go down. So Ashton Nikoloff comes in. As he is 1 for 3 today. 2 flyouts and a double. With runners on second and third, 2 outs in the top of the 7th. So the Hardhats fans cheering on their hometown team. Here comes the first pitch. This one fouls off for an 0-1 count. So first one here of the at-bat. First pitch. 0-1 with 2 down. Montgomery, the righty. This one is swung on. This one is hit. Reeder gives chase. The throw. Morgan, the stretch. He's in safe. And a runner comes in to score. So runners on the corners. And Williston makes this score 7-2. And an RBI single for Nikoloff. And now Garrett Solberg, the right fielder, comes in. 2 hit by pitches today and a double. And that was Heen who came in with the run to now make it a 5-run advantage for the Keybirds. First pitch comes in. This one is going to get popped up high. Elder and Morgan both chasing. This one is going right back here to the crowd. Takes a bounce right off the window in the announcer's booth. 0-1 count. There's been a lot of those today where they just cannot get under them, and they would take the bounce. 0-1 count. Montgomery, the righty, looks back on first. He has a straight shot look on third. Right-hander delivers this pitch. Gets another piece on it. Foul tips. Goes to an 0-2 count with 2 away in the 7th inning. Williston, it was 2-2 entering the 3rd inning, and then it was 2-run score there for the Keybirds. And then they scored 2 more back in the 6th inning and 7th. Montgomery here with the next one. Pitch comes, swung on the play. This on the ground. Right back to Inhofe for the little toss to second to Reeder. And that puts it away for the 3rd out here. So it goes to the bottom of the 7th. 1 hit scored on there in the 7th. And the Hardhats have one last chance here in Game 1 to get back in this game. We'll take a short break, and we'll be back here on Hardhats TV. So we're back and ready to go for the bottom of the 7th inning here in Game 1 of the doubleheader between the Williston Keybirds and the Post 22 Hardhats. They're still going to roll with Justin Ergens on the mound. So Inhofe, the first man up here, with Ergens, who has pitched the entire game, could be from start to finish. So the first one comes in for a ball here on Inhofe. So with a 1-0 count. 6 hits for the Keybirds, 4 for the Hardhats. Next pitch from Ergens. This one just drops in time into the zone for strike 1. 1-1 count. Ergens, the righty, delivers that one in right down the middle for strike 2. Inhofe started on a 1-0 count, falls to 1-2. The leadoff man in the 7th for the Hardhats. Ergens, the righty, hands up here by the face again. lifts the leg, pitch comes, dropped. Inhofer takes a swing. The shortstop can't handle it cleanly, and that's going to be a base hit there for Dawson. Inhofer gets a single, and the Hardhats have a man there on board, and that's an error by the shortstop, Anjanot. So the first of the day there for the Keybirds. So Elder, the catcher, comes in. A walk and a strikeout for him today, with Inhofer a runner on first. Inhofer, who has 7 stolen bases on the year. We'll maybe see if he will take off here to second. First pitch here to Elder. Takes a swing. This one drops into right field, and he's going to get a single. Inhofer rounding second, and that's going to be thrown in, and Inhofer safe at third. So runners on the corners following a single there from Elder. And the Hardhats now having Carter Johnson come in. Back-to-back singles for Inhofer and Elder. Some more life coming into the stadium here with more energy, with back-to-back singles for the Hardhats from Elder and Inhofer. This pulls up Johnson. He's set. First pitch from Ergens. Johnson will take that one. That one goes in for ball 1. Elder, who tried to steal second last time he was on base, and he got thrown out. 1-0 count. Pitch comes, swings and misses from Johnson. That's his first strike here. Ergens just got enough on that one and made Johnson catch after. 1 ball, 1 strike, no outs. Runners on first and third. And a quick time here called by Johnson, putting more pressure here onto Ergens, the pitcher for Williston, and a 7-2 lead for the Keybirds. In the bottom of the 7th, 1-1 pitch comes. Ergens down the middle for strike 2. So 1-2. Johnson also hitting 1 home run here on the season back in Billings against Missoula. 1-2. Ergens will look back to first where Elder is placed. Pitch comes. Johnson takes a swing. This one's going to be a base hit. This one drops into center field. Inhofer comes to score. Elder rounding second. Running, and he drops it. So that's an RBI single, and the Hardhats get their 3rd run here on the game. And runners remain back on the corners with an RBI single from Johnson. And Inhofer comes in. He will get the run. And we have a mound visit for the Keybirds. Maybe a pitching change will come. And it looks like it will happen. So Justin Ergens, who has pitched most of this game, almost from start to finish. And now the next pitcher that will come in, Connor Ekblad. So Ekblad, who was on first. So now he will come into pitch with Johnson on first base and Elder on third. 3 straight singles here for the Hardhats from top Inhofer, Elder, and Johnson. This will pull Blaine Hunt up, the designated hitter. So still a right-handed pitcher. We'll see if he'll hit left-handed or right-handed. So Ekblad getting in his warm-up throws. And the crowd bigger and bigger here as the minute goes, as it's currently 6:33. First game at 4:30. Most people getting off work. But it's been a great day here for baseball. Great baseball weather, too. A little hot earlier, but it's managed to cool down with some clouds coming in the way. So with Hunt coming in, hitting 9th in the order, Anna Roberts will be the man on deck. And Ekblad will still get that right arm there all juiced up. Get the blood flowing, all warm. And Elder, who was on first when Johnson made that hit, and he was coming off third, and the throw from the outfield came in to the man on the infield, and he dropped it. And Elder, who came in sliding on third. So it looks like one final one throw here from Ekblad, and that's going to do it. So a pitching change, and Blaine Hunt will be the first batter for the new pitcher. First pitching change of the game for Williston.
Now playing for the Hardhats, designated hitter number 11, Blaine Hunt.
So Blaine Hunt called up to the occasion, the DH, hitting number 9 in the order. We'll see if he will be the shortstop in Game 2. And now Ekblad, who gets set, ready to go here for his first pitch. No outs at the bottom of the 7th. Hardhats have got one here in the bottom of the 7th, making this game 7-3, still in favor of Williston. So Ekblad, runners on the corners. First pitch to Hunt. Kind of shrugging a little bit out of the way, but that will go for a ball 1. 1-0 count. As Chase Collins, the runner on first baseman now, with Ekblad, who was at first, now pitching. Hunt takes a swing. This one into right field. It's going to get by him. All the way back to the wall. One run comes in to score. It's Elder. Hunt around second. Johnson comes after third. That's 2 runs in. Hunt's going to come all the way home. Will it be? It is! It's on the park home run from Blaine Hunt. The Hardhats coming with 3 runs. It's 7-6 in the bottom of the 7th. Blaine Hunt hit it into right field. He couldn't handle it cleanly all the way back to the wall. I'm breaking your speakers at home, and I apologize. Blaine Hunt has put this game from 7-3 to now 7-6. They're 1 run behind to a tie game in the bottom of the 7th. And now Aiden Roberts comes in. Ekblad, his second pitch that he's thrown inside the park homer there from Blaine Hunt. And the Hardhats get the flow going here late in this game. So 1-0 count for Roberts. Back to the top of the order. Ekblad's next pitch comes in. Roberts gets a piece of it. This one is popped up high. Collins can't get under to it. And now the count will go to 1-1 following that foul ball. 1-1 count. Ekblad again gets set on the mound. Awaiting as Roberts. 1-1 pitch comes from the righty. This one down on the turf, escapes out of the way. Ball 2. And the fans again playing a factor, being loud, bringing this momentum. Ekblad pivots. Pitch comes to Roberts. Just gets a piece of it. So count will go to 2 balls, 2 strikes. Still no outs in the bottom of the 7th. And on deck is Kiefer. So 2-2 still. Ekblad. Righty waits the call here from his catcher. So he gets it. Ekblad, the left of the left leg. Pitch comes. Down low, ball 3. And now Roberts facing full count. Still no outs here in the bottom of the 7th inning. And Ekblad, righty, takes the breath. Here comes his pitch. Off the arm. Got a piece of Roberts. That's a hit by pitch. And he's the runner here on first base. And the Hardhats, no outs, still on a runner on first. Kiefer, he's brought up. And even 2 runs to get that 8-7 score here in the bottom of the 7th. They will walk off in a big comeback win here in Game 1 of the doubleheader. Kiefer 0 for 3 today, looking to change it on here now. Roberts takes his big leap off of first. Ekblad looking in the corner of his eye. Here comes his pitch to Kiefer. He's going to bunt. Picked up by the third baseman. He'll throw over to first. So that's one away. Roberts advances over to second. And now Reeder comes up. Huge reaction from Wyatt Reeder. And a sacrifice bunt there from Kiefer, and this looks like it'd be an intentional walk. And it will. So following an intentional walk here on Reeder, this will pull Kay McLeod up. So runners on first and second. Roberts, the man, on second. And Ekblad will have a quick chat here with this catcher back on the mound. McLeod in this game today as well, 0 for 3. A ground out, a pop-up, and a fly-out. So he steps in the box. Runners on 1 and 2 with only one down in the bottom of the 7th. Ekblad gets set, looks back to Roberts, who is on second. Hard look down. Roberts is going to take off here to third. First pitch swings and misses, and Reeder will also advance there. So first one goes for a strike. Roberts to third now, and Reeder to second. So the tying run on third, and possibly the go-ahead run on second. This place, if it had a roof on it, it would probably be coming down by now. 0-1 count for McLeod. Roberts on third, Reeder on second. 0-1 pitch comes from Ekblad. This one is swung, gets through! Reeder kidding on the score! And they're going to hold him off, but it's a tying run. Reeder comes in and scores! The Hardhats have walked it off in a comeback win! A 2 RBI double for Kane McLeod and the Hardhats. They were down 7-2 into the 7th inning, and they win the game 8-7. Oh my! The Hardhats, an incredible comeback win. They get their 24th win of the year. Absolutely unbelievable. Reeder, who was held off on third, they couldn't field it cleanly from left field. So manager Kelvin Torvey motioned to bring him in to score, and the post-22 Hardhats have won game 1 of the doubleheader of a score of 8-7 with 6 runs scored in the bottom of the 7th. So game 1 of the doubleheader is done. Game 2 of the doubleheader will go on to the next live as we'll end this one. This is Wyatt Simmons signing off. We'll see you on game 2 of the doubleheader.